Hi fellows, this is a quick demonstration of the Navigator software for iPhone and iPad. In this case we have the program running on an iPhone 6. In this first page we have the Star Finder. The Star Finder shows a map of the sky. Uh, Here you can configure. Let's change the maximum star magnitude shown. Let's put 2. Now we have more stars shown in the sky. If we click the button now, we have the star calculated for the current time. Here in the top left we have a button that shows a list of the celestial objects visible in this place at the current time. Here we have the sun, moon, the planets, and all the stars. We can point the stars and see them shown in the map. The map can be handled with 2 fingers, and you can reach any zoom level in any position of the chart. If you point an object, you see its properties below. The second button is animation. You can animate the sky. For instance, you can choose to animate, let's say, 1 hour each second. Now it's calculating the sky 1 hour each second. We can change for 1 day each second. So you can see that the stars are almost in the same place and the moon is moving fast as the day passes. So animation is nice to see how the sky moves in other speeds, so to speak. Here you can, let's turn, and in animation you cannot set it to calculate the current sky. So the star positions are animated each second. Let's turn the animation off for a while. Here you can set the position, your position in the Earth, latitude and longitude, and then time and date and time zone. You use local time here, and you see the star finder for your position, and you can identify stars. Here you have configuration where you can turn object names, constellation lines, meridian lines, parallels, and also you can set auto orientation. This will position the chart as you move the phone around. So if you point the phone to the sky, you can see which celestial object you are pointing. This is very nice to identify stars and planets. This small rectangle in the center is the point of the sky that the phone is pointing, so you have an idea of scale. Of course, you can zoom a little bit using 2 fingers, and then you can even capture the altitude of the pointed object by clicking in the top right. You hear a sound. You can see that it captured time and the altitude, and I could use that altitude to do some training. Or of course this is not marine sextant altitude. This is altitude captured by the phone gyroscope, which is not as good as a marine sextant. In the second page, it's called line of position page. It has many buttons. In the top, you can set your assumed position for the current observations. In celestial navigation, you always start with an assumed position, and then you use the celestial objects to correct this assumed position according to the altitudes of the celestial objects. Here I will input a Jupiter line. I choose Jupiter. The date is December 3rd, 2013. Local time is 7:22:25. Altitude is 44 and 18 minutes. Time zone is 1, it's correct, and index error is 0. So now I can click calculate line of position, and below we have the results of this line of position calculated for Jupiter. You can see apparent altitudes, altitude corrections, and the perpetual almanac used in the program calculates the theoretical position for the planet, and below we have the calculated altitude for this object, the intercept, which is delta, and the calculated azimuth. So now we click Save Line of Position, and the line is transferred to the next page, which is the astronomical position page. We already have had 3 lines input. We had just input Jupiter line, which is line number 4. Now I click Calculate Position. So this is the astronomical position calculation, starting from the assumed position and using all 4 lines. Here we can see our lines of position in the chart, in the world chart. This is in the middle of the Atlantic, for instance. And we have these 4 lines. Here the yellow dot is our current astronomical position, and here to the right we have the assumed position, which in this case is the same for the 4 lines of position. Here we can toggle between the text of the calculation and the chart. And here in the 4th page, we have celestial navigation introduction text and manual for the program. So if you don't know how to do celestial navigation, you can learn from this, and using the program and the marine sextant, you can do celestial navigation anywhere. Have fun. Thank you.